Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are back again with a new video. In this video we are going to create a game. The name is Catch the Falling Object. So we'll start this by understanding. So here some of the necessary libraries are imported, where import pygame, which is used to create the game window and handle graphics, events and movements, and import random, which is used to generate random options for the falling apple or the falling object. So this initialize pygame, which initializes all pygame modules, and here now we'll set the screen size, so where width and height is equals to 600 and height is equals to 500. This defines the game window size. We can increase and decrease it by according to us. And now here, and this creates a window, and here display.set caption, this sets the title for the game. And now we'll define some colors which we are using in the game, where white is defined for a code, and we have a defined code for red and for blue also. So these are the colors we are going to use in this, and colors are defined using RGB values. So here in this line, this defines the size of the basket, and this starts the basket at the center bottom of the screen, and this position the basket near the bottom of the screen, whereas basket speed is equals to 10 is for the how much fast and how the control of the basket moves. Now we'll write some of the settings for falling the apple. So for that, here apple size is equals to 20. This defines the size, radius of the apple, and apple x, here this defines which starts a random x coordinate, and here apple y is equals to 0. Here the apple starts from the top of the screen, and apple speed is equals to 5. This controls how fast the apple falls. And now we'll initialize some of the game variables. So here score is equals to 0. This keeps the track of the apple's score, and lives is equals to 3. The player starts with 3 lives, and running is equals to true, which is used to control the game loop, and clock is equals to pygame.time.clock. Here this controls the rate of the frame. And now we'll create the loop for the game. So here this loop keeps running until the player quit or loses. Here while loop is used for that. So here this clears the screen each frame to remove the previous object, and here in the for loop this listens for all the objects or event like pressing the X button to close the game. So here this part of the code is written which controls the movement of the basket using the left and the right arrow keys. So here in this line checks which keys are currently being pressed. It returns a list of all keys where each key has a value. If it is true, it is pressed, and if it is not pressed, it is false. And here in this line checks if the left arrow key is pressed, where this checks and ensures the basket doesn't move past the left edge, and here this ensures the basket doesn't move, and this moves the basket left by decreasing its x coordinate. And now here this moves to the right. So in this line this checks if the right arrow key is pressed or not, and here this checks that it prevents the basket from going off the right edge, where this line defines and moves the basket right by increasing its x coordinate. So Overall, this handles the left and right shifting of the basket. So here this line moves the following apple. So for that, the apple falls down each frame, and here this checks if the apple is caught or not. So if the apple is caught, it increases the score. So as this condition ensures the apple is inside the basket when it reaches the bottom. So this checks if the apple has reached or passed the top of the basket. So firstly here in this line apple Y, this represents the top position of the apple, and apple Y plus apple size here represent the bottom of the apple, and basket Y represent the top position of the basket, and this represent that this touches or goes below basket Y, the apple is at basket level. So this checks if the apple has reached or passed the top of the basket or not. And in this part, basket X and apple X both are in the left side of the basket, where this part represent which is the right side of the basket, and apple X is the horizontal position of the apple, and this ensures the apple's X position is within the basket range, meaning the apple is caught. So here what happens if the condition is true? So the score increases by 1 since the player successfully caught the apple, and here the apple reappears at a new random horizontal position at the top, so it can't fall again. So now here we'll draw the basket. So here this line draws a blue rectangle representing the basket, where Pygame and draw a rectangle. So this line draws a rectangle which is blue in color, and here now we'll draw the apple. So this line draws a apple which is red in color, which represents the apple. So now we'll display the score and lives. So this part of the code is responsible for displaying the score and the remaining lives on the game screen using Pygame's font system. So here this line creates a font object that we'll use to render the text, where pygame.font and none means is use the default system font, and 36 is the font size, and bigger number is equals to bigger text. So now here in the next line, this creates a dynamic text string that updates as the game processes, and it is true enables anti-aliasing, which makes the text smoother, and here the RGB value is used for black color. So these two lines create an image like text surface which describes score text and live text that displays the current score and the remaining lives. And here screen.blit, and this is used to draw text onto the game screen, where this value places the score at the top left corner, and this value places the lives counter slightly below the score. And now we'll see this condition: if all your lives are over, then the game would end. So now we'll see this condition. So here this line checks if the player has run out of lives. If lives is 0, the game enters the game over state. So here this creates a text surface displaying game over as text, which describes the font, and this is a message which truly enables anti-aliasing and makes the text smoother. And here these values set the text color to red, indicating failure. So here screen.blit, in this line this draws the game over message on the screen, where width here this creates the center the text horizontally and vertically. So this refreshes the screen to show the game over message immediately, and this pauses the game for 2 seconds to let the player see the message before quitting. And here the next line, this stops the game loop ending the game. And now here this will refresh the screen. So this line refreshes the screen and starts a new screen, and here in this line this control frame rate, these lines keep the game running smoothly at 30 fps while it's active. And at last this line closes the Pygame window and exits the game properly. So now we'll see how this game works. So we can see this is how this game works. So thanks for watching this video.